your friendly neighborhood Real J Beeve. I am putting together a quick video on add-ons. So I did a little write-up in the guild Discord, um, and I hope that all the information is already there. But what I'm going to do now is just kind of go through a verbal run through all these different add-ons that I use and kind of give you an idea of what we got going on. So auto recharge is fantastic. What it does is when your weapons run out of charge, it's just going to automatically use a soul gem, and you can choose to start with crown gems and then use standard crown gems, soul gems, and it'll just recharge your weapons. You set a minimum, and then anytime it goes below that minimum, you go out of battle, it'll recharge. Auto refine, another nice one when you are doing any kind of crafting and you're gathering materials out in the world. You got to hit that refine button over and over and over again. This one's just a nice little button at the bottom. Click it, it's going to auto refine everything that is in there. Azura, I use Azura for setting up my windows. There's a lot of other things that you can use it for, but specifically it unlocks your UI so that you can completely customize your UI for however you want to do it. Once you're done moving things around, you like the way it looks, lock UI, save, you're done. Bank Manager is sweet, makes life a little bit easy. No more forgetting you have Telvar stones on you and losing them in PvP. No more hoarding soul gems or recipes or currency all on one character, so you can just pick what you want. I keep a minimum and a maximum of 10k on all my characters, just so that they have some, walking around money. So anytime it goes above 10k, it'll drop it down, put all the rest in the bank, and anytime I go below 10k and I hit a bank, it's going to refill me back up to 10k. And you can do that with Telvar stones, alliance points, rich vouchers. Nice thing too is you can push and pull. So if you're on your crafter, recipe already known, you can push to the bank, and then if it's an unknown recipe, you just pull to the bank. And you can also push to guild banks or both banks if you want to do that. Beam Me Up, by far one of the best add-ons. Press B. I'm sorry, my key binding is B, but you pull up the key binding, or in keyboard users, you hit your map and it'll be where your zone guide is, and it'll show you how many players are in that area and all the different zones. So pick the zone that you want to go to. Another nice thing is that if you go to Vardenfell and Somerset and Groutwood often like I do, you can just set your favorites. It'll put it to the top of the bar, so you're not scrolling all the way to the bottom. Daily Alchemy, those are pretty much dead. Destination, huge. Sky Shards, lore books. Doing that monstrosity of a Sigic quest. Finding the terrace, those are all marked on your points. Keyboard users, you can just go in and use your map filters and check on off what you want. The I Like Maik, the Undaunted, Buy 'em Around quest, all those things can be placed on your map and you can auto find them. Fish fillet, just a super easy one for any people who use fishing. I believe this is Voltan's. When you have all your fish stacks, you just push fillet, or you can fillet all stacks and it'll fillet all the fish that you have currently. Voltan's Fisherman is another good one. Throw up a big hook when you're catching, rather than just showing the vibrating line, and it makes your life a lot easier. Plus, it'll automatically show you what type of bait to use, and it'll put pins in the real world. Go Home is one that I use constantly. So /GH, I go to my primary, /GH space 2, and this means I'm going to the Knights of Azura guild house. GH3, I'm going to Inkling's house, do all my crafting. So anybody's house, even if it's not their primary, you can set it up in here and go to their house. It's super fantastic. And once you're in there, you can choose a character name, and then it'll show all the different lists of houses. So if you want to go straight to their Sigic Manor, you type in their name, their at name, and then scroll down Sigic Manor. Even if it's not their primary, you'll go straight to it. Harvest map is nice. It will put notifications in your compass, in your mini map, and in real world it'll put 3D buttons. So no more losing nodes. You're always going to see where the nodes are. And once you get one, it's always going to show up in the same place. It's different for everybody, so that's why you have to pick before you get the markers. But the other nice thing is that you can set a route to gather resources, and it's going to show you the most efficient route to gather the most resources in a selected area that you choose on your map. Inventory Insight. This is another nice one. Keybind it, pops up. You type in what you're looking for. Say you're looking for a Lord Warden helmet or Lord Warden shoulders. You got a couple of them. You got a bunch of different characters like I do. I got 9. You don't know who's got the shoulders, if it's in your bank, if it's wherever. And you type in, Lord Warden. It'll pop up a tooltip. It'll show you all the shoulders and helms that you have for Warden. And once you hover over each one, it's going to tell you who's got them and where. Is it in your bank? Is it on this character? Is it in the character's inventory? Whatever it might be. Lazy Writ Crafter. This is how I make probably 90% of my money. I do a little bit of selling, but the vast majority is doing my daily writs every single day on all my characters. It's absolutely huge. And, you're looking at 4 to 4.5K every single character, every single day. With my 9 characters, I'm making 250K a week. What this does is it will auto-craft. You go to your writ station, pick up your writs, go to your, say, alchemy, woodworking, whatever, and it will auto-craft what's on your writ. It's absolutely fantastic. Lost Treasure. This is just going to show you where your treasure maps are, anything that you're carrying. Mini-map. So I'm using the Frecken one, and I just like it. I like the nice little round map. I like the way it looks. It's up to you what mini-map you get, but mini-maps are, they're kind of necessary. No Thank You is fantastic. So all the random messages and texts and guild recruitment messages, you can block all of that stuff. Crafting results, repair results, target immune alerts, whatever it might be. All that random text that comes across your screen, you can block, and it has tons of customizable options. Potion Maker is absolutely beautiful. You select, say you want a tripod, and you want to use the ingredients that you have the most of. So you select Magicka, Stamina, and Health, and then you hit Search, and it'll show you, you can make 430 of these, you can make 600 of those, you can make, 300 of these. Obviously, you want to use the most pots. Just click the one that has 600. It'll automatically slot all of your materials, and then you just need to craft. It's phenomenal. Quest map. Nah, don't use it so much. Roomba is more for high-level guild people, guild owners. It'll clean up the guild bank, since you can't just stack everything. Srendar is a buff, debuff tracker. There's a whole bunch of different kind of ones. As long as you have one, I would get it. I think there's like Action Reminder is another one. But what it does is it displays your countdowns off of your back bar. So if you buff off a back bar or you debuff off a back bar, it'll show you the timer while you're not on that bar, so you remember to switch. Sky Shard is pretty much outdated by destinations. Tamriel Trade Center, I use this. I love it. Tamriel Trade Center, Google search it, US, UK, wherever you are, and you can search individual pieces, weight, cost, when it was posted, etc., and find everything that you're looking for in the guild stores. And when you have it on your computer, it's going to log everything in your personal guild stores, making sure that the stuff that you're listing is getting posted on Tamriel Trade Center. Master Merchant's another nice one. Your keyboard and mouse, I recommend you get it no matter what. That way you hover it over an item and it's going to show you the current costs. I'm not keyboard and mouse, so it doesn't work for me. Thieves Tools is good. Shows you, how many slots you have left in your bag, how many you can launder for that day, whatnot. If you steal a lot, this is going to be something good for you. Ulrich Skill Point Finder is another great one. Hotkey it, pops up. It's going to tell you all the quests that and dungeons, etc. That's going to give you a skill point. Super fantastic. There's also, I believe, a map overlay as well. Vampire as well. If you're a vampire and you are in the Dark Brotherhood, this is necessary, especially if you want to stay at Vamp 4. So you can toggle your blade and your feeding using key bindings, or just suppress either the blade of woe or the feeding altogether. Super nice. I want to stay at Vamp 4. I never want to feed, but I want to use my blade of woe, so I suppress my Vamp feed. And then I get to use my blade of woe whenever. There's none of that nonsense where it's flipping between the two and you accidentally do one. What pledge are my ults? I'll show you this one when I jump off, along with Craft Store. This one is just fantastic. Writworthy. This is going to show you when you have Master Writs, if you know the motif, if you have the materials, if you have the crafting level, whatever it might be. So that way when you get a Master Writ, you know whether you're going to sell it or you're going to do it, or what motif you need to buy, or what materials you need to buy, whatever it might be. And then Wicked's Toolbar is the tooltip that I have at the top here, which I'll show you once I bounce out. So this is the Wicked Toolbar. Totally customizable, give you all kinds of information about what's going on, where you're at, how much bag space, how much bank space, tickets for current events, your cash, your soul gems. You can put alliance points, Telvar stones, crafting, whatever it might be. Completely useful, totally out of the way, just a nice little tool to have. So this is Craft Store. Craft Store is nice because it's going to show you what you've already researched, what's available to research, and what you don't have on hand or haven't researched. It's going to show you everything. You can switch between your characters. So like I flipped my my crafter, it's going to show you what I got going on, show you what I'm currently researching, what I have left to research, and it's going to give you all that information. It's going to show you here how much time is left on each of them without having to go anywhere. You can also go in and see every single pattern, praxis, etc. that you have. So if you're looking for something specific, you can go with it. You can also hide your known and leave the unknown, so you can see what you've got left if you're being a completionist. Also tracking your motifs. So if you want to know what pieces from what sets you have, if you're looking to keep buying, that's another great one. And then the last one, what pledge are my alts? So this is incredibly useful, especially if you're doing a lot of different alts. Um, you got your Undaunted pledges, who's done the Undaunted for the day, what's left, if you're carrying any on you, so like Xavier still has some old ones on them. It's going to give you a calendar of pledges for the upcoming week. You can check world bosses that you've done. This is going to show you what items, and so, want to know how many Undaunted keys you have on what character they're here, lockpicks, whatever. So crafting skills, who needs to work on what, and then so your dungeons, your battlegrounds. The other nice thing is, where's it at? So your trials, it's going to tell you who's completed the trial, if it's still on them, whatever it might be. And then when you're doing the seasonals, it's going to tell you, when there's an event, how many pieces you've done, or if you've completed it all the way. And then guild skills, also this is riding skills. Know who's got the horses, and then guild skills to know who needs what. Obviously, I need to work on that pretty hard, but it lets you know who's at what level. So when you're doing builds or you're figuring stuff out, you can work on that. But that's about it. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know. The full list of pretty much everything that I've said is on the Discord under the add-ons. But feel free to hit me up on Discord or in game. Probably better on Discord, but let me know if you have any questions whatsoever, and I'll try to help you set these up, walk you through them, whatever it might be. If something's not working right, I can help you out. But that's it, and good luck to you guys.